Welcome back to Derp Coronavirus. Yes, this is our special where we feature tanks which are capable of derping to get rid of the coronavirus. And this is the Hesh barn, or otherwise known as the ship barn, the Corvid ship barn, you might say. Yes, it's a dunny on wheels. It's the FV4005, the tier 10 British tank destroyer. And in this game he's on the northwest spawn of Empire's border, and it's Sylvan 67. Well, it's an encounter game, so yep, it's all about that little cap in the centre. And he's got the 183mm cannon that fires Hesh rounds, and he's loaded up with Hesh, 13 rounds of them, 7 of AP. And the AP rounds will do 1150 alpha, but the Hesh will do 1750, so quite a bit more. It's the high explosive squash head. And you can see it says toilet paper at the back, use with care, stand behind this line for the safety of you. And well, first round destroys a batch at 25T AP. That's the tier 9 version. Tier 10 game with tier 9 tanks in it. Somebody's capping. Now it's rather a long reload, 24.07 seconds. And well, he's got company. He's got a Jaegeru for company. And he's going to have a bit of fun from this corner. Oh, Jaegeru's jockeying for position. So he's decided to move forward because he's the one with the turret. And the Jaegeru doesn't, so he's actually very kindly given a nice little position there because he can move backwards and forwards on the rock to get a good spot. Okay, he's trying to cover that 121B. I know the Jaegeru probably wants to hog the position, but it is the FV4005 which is more versatile. Well, the enemy's capping with 3, but I wonder if they're going to be short of a tank very shortly. Well, if one of them comes into sight, certainly, but our team are trying to interfere with that cap. And well, there's a T55 who's now missing 786 hit points. Now he did get spotted there at that moment. We will still be featuring the KV2 Derp Coronavirus games, by the way, if you wanted to know. We haven't finished with those. Just for the moment, we thought it'd be fun to have some FV4005 Hesh action and Super Conqueror. Now out of the game. So that's 2 kills now. Now the enemy's close to capping out now. 10 seconds, 9, 8, 7, 6. If somebody doesn't get some action soon. Oh, yes. That works. That was a ST1. 1,541 hit points of damage in one shot. And it reset part of the cap. And of course, we've had some more resets since. And looks like the Jaegeru's gone up there to do some damage face to face. Well, he's better off doing it face to face. He's not so good doing it from here. That's why he's got all the armour. Heshbarn doesn't really have any armour at all. I think there's a leopard just around that corner where the Super Conqueror once was. Hello? You our next victim? Yeah, apparently, yes! 1,649 hit points from that one. It's not just a ship barn, it does a shitload of credits too. Excuse my language. Oh, and the 212A decides to fire a round in. It's not a direct hit, but it's a near miss. You can see the shell landed directly in front of the FV4005. Okay, who's next? Well, it's the 2684, and we've just been shot by a T10 from the side. So we're going to have to fire another round to get rid of that T10. And since it's a long reload, we're just going to have to hide here for the moment and hope that the 212A doesn't hit us. Well, the 2684 hit us instead for 742. We're down to 392 hit points. Okay, we're loaded. That T10 comes into view and he's wiped out just like that. 1,800 hit points of damage from one shot. He's not going to be happy. Now there's only 2 tanks left on their team now, 5 on the enemy's team. His other teammate is Anudez, 16. He's almost loaded. He's loaded. Unfortunately, he's now alone. Oh, and he's just killed the leopard. So he's now facing 4 enemies. He was briefly, very briefly, facing 5 all alone. So he's on for a Kolobanov, potentially. And he's holed up in this little corner. That 212 is still in play, but he hasn't fired at us since. But of course he will now, because we're the last enemy that he's up against. Well, one on the enemy team is still capping, and I suspect it's that Object 2684. Got an enemy coming. Here they are. Oh, it's not the 2684. He's come down to try and hit us head on. And here he comes. And yep, that's enough. That's all we needed. The side of the vehicle, and he's out the game. The other 2 contestants are a T10, the 212A, and the 60TP. He's already got his top gun. Oh, the 60TP turns up, and he loses 368 hit points. He's now only got 24 hit points left, and he's going to have to come down from there quick. But he can come in behind the 60TP and blast him in the rear for 434. So now facing 2 opponents, the 212A and the T10. But he's only got 24 hit points, so he can't afford to take a hit at all. And he's staying here just for the moment to reload. He didn't want to go around that corner just in case the T10 was waiting for him. You can see he's taken a huge amount of damage. One of the shells went through just underneath the gun mantlet. Where's the enemy? Well, he needs to get to the cap because it's only 43 seconds to go. It is an encounter, but you can't afford to sit around and wait. And well, the FV4005, based on the Centurion 3, is not the fastest tank in the book. In fact, not by a long chalk. Never actually got produced, but they did produce a prototype on one of them at Bovington. Yeah, it's at the Tank Museum. It's one of the gate guards. Well, who's next for the shell? He's got 10 seconds left. He has to find the enemy and put a round into them as quickly as possible. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Oh, did he win? No, he reset. He stopped the cap. The moment he got into the cap, he stopped it. But he stopped it virtually on 99. So he's now got to try and damage that T10 without losing a single hit point, because he's only got 24 left. The T10 obviously realizes he could be wiped out, and a near splash is enough to do that, and it resets the cap and gives him a Radley Walters medal. So the last enemy is a 212A. So where is he? No sign of him, but we're reloading. Almost done. I'd take a good guess that he's probably back near the enemy spawn point, but he could be waiting just around the corner for us to suddenly appear, and then he could derp us. So I guess that what we're going to be doing is Sylvan67 is going to be sitting here and waiting for him. Yes! And that's game. Well done, Kolobanov. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Well, that was an ace tanker for Sylvan67 in the FV4005 Stage II Hesh Dunnybarn. Yes, the Corvid Dunnybarn. He managed to get a hand of God for surviving the battle, having received damage from 4 different enemy tanks, a bruise medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in this one. He managed to get 22. He also got a duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him, and a fire for effect for doing more damage than hit points to his own vehicle. Out of the epic medals, he picked up a Kolobanov Medal for standing alone against at least 5 enemies and defeating them all, the medal everyone would like to get. And a Radley Waters as well for getting at least 8 kills. He ended up with 9, just 1 short of getting a Pools medal. A Defender for resetting the cap and getting at least 70 defense points. In fact, he reset it enough times to actually get over 100. Or in fact, but 100 is the maximum they'll ever give you. He also got a High Caliber for dealing the most damage in the game and a Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills. Let's have a look at team score. Well, that game was a 9,831 hit point game. Nero's, damn it, 10k damage in that game. The next highest scorer was the Object 2684, the Bobject, who managed to get 4,912. And after that, it was the Leopard 1 with 4,312. When it came to kills, he had the highest number with 9. Next high scorer was the Leopard 1 with 4, and then the Object 2684 with 3 kills. And when it came to base XP, well, nobody could get near him. 1,650 base for him, for Sylvan. And the next high scorer was in fact the UDES 16 with 916, and the Type 5 Heavy with 797. He fired 13 rounds in that game, got 10 direct hits, 5 penetrations, and 6 splash. Damage of 9,831 quick hit points, of which 6,200 were at more than 300 meters. He received 4 hits, 2 were penetrations, 1 non-penetration, and 2 hits by way of splash damage. He also spotted 3 enemy vehicles, damaged 10 of the enemy, killed 9, and did 25 capture points in the cap whilst he was waiting for the 212 to turn up, but he definitely got 100 defense points for resetting the cap. On a premium count, he earned 67,026 credits for the game, and after repair and ammunition resupply, and that's the problem, he did use a lot of Hesh during that game. It is premium ammo, and that meant that he actually made a loss of 14,082 credits for the game. 1,650 XP, 371 for playing in the platoon, and 2,846 altogether. So a very good carry there for Sylvan67. You're not going to see many games like that for the FV4005 Stage II, mostly because it's fairly easy to penetrate if you can fire at that turret, because it's paper thin. But he defended that corner very, very well indeed. Managed to get resets, managed to get damage on anyone who sent to or came to try and kill him, and then dealt with the cap like a boss. So if you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel. Stay home, stay safe, and derp coronavirus.